The Fresh Coast scene got affected by Ether in a lot of ways. I felt like, although it was the largest event we've ever had on the coast, and it was far more ambitious than anything we'd ever undertaken, we lost a lot of credibility within our core fans as well as the people that we've been working with for years.
There was a lot of hype behind the Cassidy event initially and throughout, and then there was a lot of negative publicity by the end of it. But ultimately, you know, it impacted us in a big way.
In a positive way, it sparked a lot of creativity and passion within the Fresh Coast, but then on the negative side, it created a lot of disappointment and hurt.
Like, it pushed up a lot of talent. It brought people like me to life, you feel me? It brought Danny Myers and Heartless and other cats, it exposed them to a higher level of battle rap, you feel me?
After the Ether One event, their relationships were definitely bruised, and even for myself, trying to work with talent management has been difficult because nobody wants to associate with Fresh Coast just because of their reputation with like the debts and undelivered promises has been, you know, not an easy road for them.
The debts accumulated by Ether won't affect the next event because they're all have been and are continuing to be taken care of, although there might be certain prices that are a bit higher than they were last time. Other than that, you know, we've taken care of it. They would have if we didn't man up and deal with what we had to deal with, like some of y'all other fools. But yes, you know, at this point, we got it under control.
I think the debts from Ether One will definitely affect the relationships and the talent and the cards for Ether Two, just because nobody trusts Fresh Coast, and for them to want to work with them again has been difficult. Even for me, I've reached out to a lot of talent managers to rebook them for future events, and they just don't feel as confident or comfortable working with Fresh Coast or anything associated with Fresh Coast, which happens to be FilmOn. So it's difficult for me in my job to book talent again.
I feel all the debts should be paid off before there is another event. I just feel that that's kind of bad karma in aspects of an event.
Yeah, it's whack.
I definitely think there needs to be an Ether 2 event just because of the support and outcome that there was in Ether 1. And I think it's a chance for Fresh Coast, for FilmOn to rebuild that relationship and to kind of do the battle rap community justice and to kind of get a good event on the table.
The debts that the first Ether collected definitely can affect how other battlers want, you know, other battlers' opinion on even wanting to be a participant in the next event that we put on or put together. It definitely can affect if they even want to be part of it, or if how hard they work on it, or because they might be nervous about if they're going to get paid or if the same thing is going to happen.
I was absolutely upset that Road to Ether became a segment on Ether Weekly, just because I think Ether Weekly is a topical talk show. So to have Road to Ether, which is more of like a reality behind-the-scenes documentary, on Ether Weekly makes absolutely no sense to me.
Here's a bag of fucking rocks. Please. Good. Now we can actually get some work done. You feel me?
It's the most absurd, illogical thing to me personally, because I think Jimmy Fallon or Jay Leno would never toss to a reality show or be like, okay, now tuning into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Like, no one does that. It's just bizarre. And I still don't agree with the format, but I hope everyone proves me wrong, and I hope it turns out to be a success.
Watch camera talk. Yes.
I said cut
They get
Road
off
to Ether
camera.
and just
They get off the
I said
camera.
cut Road to Ether and just have Ether.
They get off the camera.
That was
MK used to be a host on TV. She used to do red carpet stuff, as she said in episode 1 of Road to Ether. But now she's a production assistant. She does PA work, and this is her chance to be on camera. Now that she's getting less camera time, you see her spazzing and being a little prima donna. MK was getting really upset about the format change because, you know, I understand she has a lot of passion for the Road to Ether show, but the fact of the matter is it's still, the show still exists, it's just now a segment on Ether Weekly and could possibly even still exist in its own format in the future. And the whole point of that, it was to promote the up and coming Ether event. So I feel like she was being a little emotional and somewhat opportunistic about her camera time, but at the end of the day, she's gonna get camera time regardless. So MK, chill out.
I think MK was upset about the format change because she knew that her camera time would become less, and I think it's disappointing because this is about the scene and the rappers and not about anyone else in particular.
I don't know if MK was upset because she was gonna get less camera time, because I know MK does production, so I don't know if that was her reasoning.
I think she was, you know, excited about being on Road to Ether, and I think she was also into the concept of the show, and ultimately it getting consolidated, gave her less shine, and also, the direction that she envisioned also was probably taken from her.
It really, 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 really upsets me that Lush and anyone else thinks that I'm upset with the format change just because I want more camera time.
I wish the best for MK. Sweetheart. Watch out, Grant.
I think I was surprised that Grant and I actually agreed on the format change of Road to Ether and Ether Weekly. And if we agree, I think that must mean something's right, you know what I mean? So I was surprised that Grant agreed with me, but to me it's common sense, and for Grant to have common sense is kind of more surprising.
The consolidation can work to our advantage. At the end of the day, I really believe this whole Ether Weekly Road to Ether show is a promotional tool for Ether 2, the event we're throwing in July or August.
To me, the format change of Ether Weekly and absorbing the show Road to Ether makes a lot of sense from a business perspective, from a marketing perspective, and it's pretty much the same thing, except for it's going to be a lot easier to put it all together.
I kind of like the format change of Ether Weekly and Road to Ether becoming one show. I think that trying to stretch them both out into an hour just ruins the quality of the show, and I think they'll both be better being half an hour each.
Okay, whatever, bye.
All right, y'all. Have a good week.
Hold on, little bitch got emotional. Jesus Christ.
It's cool. It brings life to both shows. It definitely is something new that hasn't been done on television. I've never seen a reality show / documentary blended in with hip hop content.
I'm sorry I hurt MK's feelings, but really she was acting like a little bitch. As of now, although FilmOn was able to pull off literally one of the largest battle events in history and bring Cassidy, the largest mainstream battle rap star, into the context of battle rap, there's still a lot of trepidation. There's still a lot of people that are kind of dubious as to if FilmOn has pure intentions. I'm confident that we can flip the script on that and let them know, especially with us, Fresh Coast Media, in the mix, that we're here to make sure that hip-hop and battle rap culture is represented properly.
FilmOn does have kind of a bad name in the battle scene for the die-hard fans that live for this.
The battle rap world as a whole, I think it's split down the middle. I think some people like it and really like working with it, and other people aren't open to it after what happened.
They only have one perception on FilmOn. All they have is Ether. That's all they have. So looking at it from that perception, they don't like the fact that the battlers, that their favorite rappers didn't get paid. They don't like the fact that they didn't get to see their biggest battle, and a lot of people flew out from different states and drove down to LA from different parts of the world to see that battle. So those people feel cheated, and I feel those people genuinely, they invested their time, money to see that battle, and they didn't get to see it.
A lot of successful ventures start out with struggles at the beginning, and it's all about persevering and changing the perception over time.
I think due to the Ether 1 event, the battle world does not respect FilmOn, which really hurts me because I know we did our best, and obviously our best at that time was not enough. But I really want to repair the damage with FilmOn, the battle rap community, so I'm looking forward to Ether 2.
I think if everything runs smoothly, people get paid properly, that the battle rap scene will start to trust in FilmOn and the Fresh Coast Media Group again.
Fresh Coast Media and FilmOn needs to throw the craziest event, and it needs to run 100% solid. I think it needs to have the biggest names in battle rap on it. I think it needs to be live pay-per-view stream. I think the pay-per-view stream needs to be cheaper. I think it needs to be affordable, reasonable, and I think we need to change the game, bang it out, you feel me, one more time.
And the most important thing that Fresh Coast Media Group can do to repair and to change the perception of the battle rap community is to deliver a phenomenal Ether 2 event.
Make sure this time everything is done flawlessly, because when things don't go right, you sometimes don't ever get a chance to redeem yourself. And the fact that we do have an opportunity for all parties involved to really come correct this time.
In a perfect world, Ether 2 would be exactly like Ether 1, except for minus any of the negativity. It would just be what it was supposed to be. One of the most ambitious, important, and successful battle rap events to ever even be conceived to begin with.
The car would definitely have to have disaster on it. You would definitely have to wreck something. Nobody get booed. Last Ether, a couple people got booed because the material wasn't what they usually bring to the table. So nobody get booed, everybody bring their A game.
Flawless pay-per-view, perfect sound, everyone paid properly before the event actually happened.
So the card has to be dope, the production has to be dope, the venue has to be dope.
All the payments will be made, all agreements will be delivered, and I think sound, pay-per-view, anything technical will go through smoothly.
My ideal opponent would be Busy Bone. You know, of course, we have some history in the past, some words back and forth. Also, Marv One, you know, we've talked about battling. Also, JC, Newborn. Some other cats we talked about battling and stepping in that ring, Hitman Holla.
The next focus for Fresh Coast Media Group is to help FilmOn achieve what we just discussed and make Ether 2 what Ether 1 should have been and beyond. The paradigm of battle rap culture.
I think Lush One's next move is going to be a big one. Like you guys keep seeing, the moves keep getting bigger. It's not like it's staying on the same level or downgrading. You know, we keep going up and up and up in the culture and keep plateauing to the next level. So you guys see what level we're at right now with battle rap. You guys see where we're at and how much work we put in. So the next move is going to be the next step up.